Experiment. Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Breaking the Stigma call. I'm so excited that you could be here with us tonight. I'm Shelby Wagner, and I have the honor of co-hosting with Lindsay Gray tonight. We are so excited that you've been hanging out with us in the group Breaking the Stigma, but we wanted to jump on and kind of get in front of you so that you can see our faces, you can hear our voices, you can hear the sincerity behind what we're sharing with you in these posts, so that you can see that it's not just a post that's being posted. We are actively using these things. We have done the research. We have learned the things, and we want to share those with you. We truly, truly want to break the stigma, right? So to get started, we want to share a little bit of a brief history of hemp with you. Hemp has been around for years, right? We've heard about it forever, for literally thousands of years, and was once actually a staple crop in the United States, and it was used for rope, paper, and medicine. But unfortunately, it was lumped together with marijuana back in the 1930s, and outlawed by the Marijuana Tax Act in 1937. Because of that, it was then classified as a Schedule I drug, which is absolutely like crazy to think about. For those of you who don't know, Schedule I drugs include things like ketamine and cocaine. Um, so to think that CBD is lumped together with those is just absolutely mind-blowing. Because it has absolutely no psychoactive properties at all. Um, this decision was largely driven by politics and lobbying in the industry. But the good news is in 2018, there was a bill called the Farm Bill, and it completely re-legalized hemp, opening its doors to reclaim it for all of us. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So, what is hemp and what is CBD? Something we really, really need to do is set forth a definition of that, right? Because a lot of people use them kind of interchangeably, and to a certain extent they are, but hemp is part of the cannabis family, not to be confused with marijuana. It does contain less than 0.3% THC, meaning that it will not get you high. CBD is one of the beneficial compounds found within hemp. It is non-intoxicating and it interacts with your body to bring balance, not a buzz. So you, like I said, you don't get high off of the CBD that's in it in hemp, but it does help to bring you back into what we like to call homeostasis. And yes, like I said in the previous slide, it is legal in all 50 states. Go to the next slide just to explain a little bit about, oh, okay. Again, Lindsay and I talked about we're kind of a little bit chaotic from time to time, but we got this. The computer's being crazy today too.
This is the
Okay.
right one, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're good. So how does CBD interact with your body is one of the most important things. You probably don't even realize that you have an entire system in your body that you've never learned about. And unfortunately, up until I don't know, in the last couple of years, even med school students have not been taught about your endocannabinoid system. So just like your respiratory system or your skeletal system, you have a system in your body called the endocannabinoid system that is designed completely to interact with cannabinoids, which is things like CBD, CBG, CBN, things like that. And it is one of the most important systems in your body because it actually interacts directly with all of the other systems. Your ECS, your endocannabinoid system, is your body's master regulator. It helps maintain balance across all of your body's major systems. And the CBD works in your ECS to support your body's natural ability to regulate your mood, stress, pain, and even more. One of the things that I always like to bring up that most people don't realize is that CBD directly interacts with estrogen and progesterone. So we as women actually see major benefits from CBD. There's still a ton of research going into it. Hit me up if you're ever interested. I love to find like National Health Institute research articles about stuff like that. Um, it is mind-blowing the research that is going into the ECS and how things like hemp, CBD, CBG, CBN interact with our bodies. And there's actually a really good TED Talk about your ECS. If you haven't seen that yet, I highly, highly recommend. It's about 15 minutes long. Reach out to the person that sent you into the group or that invited you here tonight, because you should definitely check that one out. Um, so what is Green Compass, right? That's why we're all here. These are the products that we use. This is the product, like the things that we're sharing. Green Compass was created by a mom. Her name is Meredith Cook, and she's the most amazing human. She's so sweet, so fierce, but so gentle all at the same time. But she was desperate to feel better after struggling with postpartum depression. She couldn't find products that were safe, consistent, and organic. She started using CBD, but each time that she would get it, it was different. It looked different. It tasted different. It had a different smell. It interacted different with her body. And she realized that can't be safe. That can't be healthy. And so she was like, I can't keep using things that aren't consistent. And so she set out to make it better. So she created her own. And thus Green Compass was born. So today, Green Compass has grown into a trusted brand, helping thousands of people and setting the standard for hemp wellness. And the heart is still at the core of everything that we do. We are partnered with sixth generation farmers in North Carolina. So everything that we do is grown here in the United States. And what Meredith and her family has started, as it says in this slide, has become a nationwide movement. And I'd like to dive into a little bit more about what sets us, oh, just kidding, it's our growth story and not what sets us apart. There's one more. Okay, so I'll talk about our growth story, and then Lindsay can start talking about what sets us apart. So when Meredith and everybody with Green Compass first got started, they were projected to do, sorry, my cat wants down. They were projected to do about $300,000 in their first year, which is pretty good for a business just getting started. But instead they hit $1 million in just 45 days. So think about that. They were projected to hit $300,000 in 365 days, and instead they hit 1 million in 45 days. We closed year one at $12 million. And we've doubled every year since. In February, we kicked off year six, which is absolutely amazing. And that kind of momentum only happens when the product works and the mission resonates. So what sets Green Compass apart? I'll let Lindsay talk about now.
Yay, thanks Shelby. That was so good. Hi guys, my name is Lindsay Gray. I literally just want to apologize. I mistimed myself today and I got out of the shower at 7:27. So I just have our CBG oil on my face, and with using that for so long, I really don't even need like much anymore, which is amazing. And that's just like something you need to look into yourself if you haven't used it before, because that's one of my favorite products. But I'm excited to share with you today what sets Green Compass apart. We are USDA certified organic. So this is really important because you guys, this is such an unregulated industry. So yes, people are like, well, I can go to the dispensary and I have a medical marijuana card and I have all this. And as wonderful as that is, and as much as we want to go out into this world and trust what people tell us, the truth is, and what we've been finding more and more throughout this last decade, especially, is that we really can't. Being educated and educating yourself and making educated decisions and opinions, your individual self and inside of your family, is the most important thing that you can do. Because like Shelby was saying with Meredith, she would have one bottle that would help her, and the next day she would take another. The next time when that ran out, she was like, oh, I liked that brand, but that bottle was completely different. Because there is no one that needs to say it's so unregulated that it could not even have CBD in it. In fact, a lot of our CBD comes from China, which is we use it to, or they use it to clean up the pollution there. It is a mop crop. So what it will do is it will absorb anything in the soil, anything in the air into the plant, which helps to clean up pollution both below and above ground. But what they do is they take it, they grind it all together, leaves, stems, everything, right? Flour, they grind it all together, ship it here, and people here use it to make the CBD that you see when you walk around. So in there, you may have pollutants from China, which is why some people say, I've tried CBD before and it gave me anxiety. I tried CBD before and it did not help me sleep. I've tried, and it's like, that is great, but I want to challenge you to, if you've tried CBD before and you didn't feel something or you were not happy with it, that you erase that experience and come here with a clean canvas, because you haven't truly tried it. If you've tried something that you is not transparent, you don't know where it came from, and truly I believe if it's not Green Compass. So we are a USDA certified organic company. That is a very hard stamp to get. We have organically grown soil in a 5 mile radius around the farms. Most of the hemp is imported, like I said, so this is very important. We use CO2 extraction versus heavy solvents like other brands. We use nanotechnology for higher absorption. And the coolest part is some people will be like, well, I know of a CBD that uses nanotechnology. And I'm always excited when people say that, because we are the only company who have been able to master nanotechnology with the use of sound and pressure to shrink the molecules for the higher absorption. Everyone else uses harsh chemicals. We use sound and pressure to shrink the molecules. Your body readily absorbs them and digest them and moves it around exactly where you need. You feel the difference. A lot of times people are also like, what am I supposed to be feeling? And we're looking for an onset of something. When you're using CBD, it's typically an absence of something, an absence of stress, an absence of overwhelm, an absence of lack of sleep, an absence of pain, an absence of stiffness when you get up and you start walking a week after you've been taking it daily and you're like, wait a minute, my ankles aren't cracking and sore when I'm getting out of bed. Like, I feel good and my body's feeling better. So that's typically with that. We only use the hemp flower. This is very important because this is the highest quality part, where I told you a lot of CBDs, they use all aerial parts of the plant. So they're higher quantity, lower quality. We are higher quality, lower quantity, and we are okay with that. And our farmers actually go out and hand pick the flower themselves, which we have videos of them doing, and I feel like it's the most beautiful thing. The farm is in North Carolina. I actually got to walk in the soil last year and be there and experience it and meet the farmers, and it was I would say one of the most pure experiences to be able to do that, because these humans care for these plants and these flowers and this process as if you were caring for a newborn baby, because that's how delicate the process has to be to deliver the type of product that is going to impact and help heal people the way it has the potential to. But many people don't treat it delicately. So it's not going to deliver that same thing. We're vertically integrated. So that means from seed to sale, we are involved on everything. We plant it, we water it, we harvest it, we grow it, we bottle it up, we send it for third-party testing with full transparency. In fact, I don't have a product up here with me right now. Shelby does. All of our products have a QR code on the bottom that you scan with an up-to-date COA, certificate of analysis. This is important because you could go to anywhere else right now and look at their COA, and it could be from 2 years ago. Ours is exactly what is in that bottle, the amount of what it is, and you can even, I remember Meredith saying you can even take it right down to where on the farm that plant came from, which is crazy to me. They are very, very big on full transparency, because Meredith, when she made this, she didn't only want to make it for somebody like herself that needed consistency, but she needed to also help her children. And she needed to also help her brother, who was a triathlete. So she's like, if I'm using this for my family, then it's got to be the best, and I've got to know everything. And if I'm going to give this to other people's families, then I need to treat their family like they're my own. So we truly have something for everyone here. We have our broad and full spectrum CBD options in tinctures or jelly. So broad spectrum means no THC. This is really good for people who are worried about getting drug tested, even though the full spectrum with the 0.3% is so low that it's probably not going to trip a test either way. Some people just want to be safe, which is understandable. These do the same type of thing in your body, except when you put together multiple cannabinoids, they have an entourage effect inside of your body. They actually increase what they are doing together. So think about it. If you're trying to get healthier and you're like, you know what? I'm going to just eat more fruit. That's great. You're going to be healthier. That's going to help. But what if you're like, I'm going to increase my water, eat more fruit, and eat more vegetables? Boom, right? You're going to have an entourage effect, a quicker onset of health, a quicker result. And that's the same thing when you use multiple cannabinoids. So, cannabinoids, CBD, THC is also a cannabinoid. A lot of people get that confused because they think that THC is what gets me high. THC just happens to be like marijuana has, all THC, little to no CBD. Hemp has all CBD, little to no THC, but THC is simply just a cannabinoid. And so when you put that with CBD in a full spectrum, it gives you that entourage effect of giving you that tiny bit of a little more zen, that tiny bit of a little less inflammation. And so it does help a little bit more, but both give great results. So what's the difference between the tincture and the jellies? We have three different types of delivery methods here. We have the edibles, which are the jellies. These use dual effect. So they actually have nanotechnology for the absorption, and they have both the tincture and the jelly together. So typically when you have an edible, it is going to take like a good hour and a half or so to set in. It doesn't usually come on as quickly, and then it will last like 6 hours or so. When you take a tincture, it's sublingual, so it's under your tongue and absorbs under your tongue. It's going to have maybe a little bit of a quicker onset and last a little bit longer. So with combining both of these together, you're getting a quicker onset and a long lasting product. So the broad spectrum and the full spectrum, they come in both the tincture or the jellies, depending on what you'd like. So we have the sublingual, the delivery method, the edible, and then we have topical things as well. So our collagen is not topical, but we'll just go there since it's next on the list. It's infused with CBG. So having CBG in there, people think collagen, hair, skin, nails. Our collagen is actually joints, muscles, organs, people that just had surgery it literally goes in, and CBG is helping your tissues and helping your body to repair. People that have arthritis that haven't been able to go to the gym or walk on the treadmill or run in a long time, they're finding strength and finding less pain and less inflammation by using CBG, especially paired with our CBD as well. So CBG is like the mother cannabinoid, and it just goes in and helps with all of the areas internally in our bodies. It also helps to prevent different types of digestive cancers, prostate cancers, reproductive cancers, which is amazing. Our collagen is so good. I absolutely love it. It's low calorie. It also helps with hair, skin, nails, of course, but it's deeper than that. It's different than any collagen on the market. We also have our topicals, which are our pain cream. This is amazing. It has CBG in it as well. Any topical of ours has CBG because the CBG is so good for the skin. It also absorbs through the skin to help internally below the skin as well. We have CBG skin serum, which is what I told you I just put on my face. It is so nice. You put on just a few drops every day. I do when I get out of the shower, and it's just evened out my skin tone. Like I didn't even throw any foundation or anything on. I put my eyebrows on because I was one of those babies that my eyebrows don't come back anymore. So I did that. But other than that, I have eyebrows, but I don't ever have to do anything with them. They're not much. They're a little less than what you see. But face-wise, CBG comes in and it does so much for your skin. We also have functional mushrooms. So everyone who's like, I need energy, I need brain function, I need cognitive health, Alzheimer's runs in my family, or, I need kind of that brain fog fighter. We have functional mushrooms, which we actually it's Mind Bloom. We call it nature's Adderall. This you take and they help to give you that energy and kick brain fog. And also we have organic sage in there, which any of my menopause friends out there, yes, I know I'm only 41, but yes, I'm down to 1 day periods. It runs in my family this early. And the organic sage is a lifesaver for menopause symptoms. So functional mushrooms as far as that, as well as we have our Immune Bloom. This one I take every morning. I have not been sick, knock on wood, since I've started taking it. And we had a very sick winter last year with the kids. It was such a crazy year. People either got sick all the time or they didn't. We got hit a lot, but for me, I didn't get sick once. So this is elderberry, organic elderberry with some functional mushrooms as well that come in, and we call it nature's Xanax. It also has a calming effect and boosts your immunity. And then we do have, because the market is hot for it, we do have everything that we do is going to focus on health and healing. But people do like something with a little more THC. So what I love about Green Compass is they're clear on their mission about making sure that they're delivering healing along with giving people that little bit of a wind down that they desire. So our unwind jellies are 2.5 milligrams of THC and 25 milligrams of CBD. They also are the nanotechnology, so it might feel more like a four milligram of THC. For somebody that doesn't use THC often, you're definitely going to feel that. For someone who does use THC often, you might be like, I'm not sure, like this is just different. And it's because it's paired with the CBD, that entourage effect comes in with the 25 milligrams, the 2.5, and it gives you just this like, my body is going to melt into the mattress now, or I'm just going to my brain isn't going to think all these thoughts. And it just helps you to just mellow out or unwind. So we have our unwind jellies. And then we also just launched what a ton of people are so excited about. And that's our six. So because of our sixth generation farmers, and there Shelby's holding it up right now, we have our new Carolina berry, right? And then lemonade. And you guys, these are 4 grams of THC, 8 grams of CBG. Why the CBG in a THC drink? Because our mission is to also heal as we deliver what people are wanting. The 4 grams of THC with the 8 grams of CBG delivers an entourage effect. CBG, I've already told you what it's doing inside of your body. It's doing that as you drink a 6, and it also gives you this uplifted. So that's the difference. The CBG and the THC together, uplifted, like functioning, feeling really good type of body sensation. Unwind is like, all right, I'm ready to just chillax. And so all of these things are so good. We have pet things. Yes, kids use our CBD as well. Just something for literally everyone. And I came from a company before that was not for everyone. I came from a company before that I targeted, like basically who I could target to help with was people that were maybe 25 to 50, maybe 55, typically women. And that was it. When I moved to this company almost 2 years ago, I literally cried when my dad was like, oh, this is amazing. What can I get? And then my grandma was interested. And then I could help my kids with it. And I could help my dog with it. Like anyone with a spine can benefit from what we have, from our consumables, from our products. And that's something that you can't find everywhere. So because of that, we have, I think, one of our best products ever is our amazing business opportunity. So we have a ground level timing in a 47 billion projected industry by 2028. You guys, that's a $45 billion growth that's projected in the next 3 years. That's crazy. Maybe 40 billion in the next 3 years, because I'm sure we've grown. Yes, that's mind blowing. Like that's better. That's higher than skincare. We're surpassing skincare. We're surpassing coffee. That is what people are experiencing, waking up, seeing what hemp really is. You know, it got taken away from us many, many years ago because of people who were greedy and wanted big pharma to grow quicker. It's just the truth. We can just come right out and say that. And because of that, you have to hush something to be able to grow something else. And now, ever since 2020, it's like, wait a second. These are our bodies. We have a say. We don't need side effects. We can make other options. Let us make educated decisions. And wait a minute, tell us what the heck is wrong with hemp? Because hemp is different than marijuana. And there's nothing wrong with marijuana either. I'm not saying that, but hemp is literally for all. Okay, so we have a 21% annual growth rate right now in the hemp market. Consumable products are not going away. When you have something that has that type of annual growth rate, they're consumable products, and we have a 73% customer retention. It's basically like Remember years ago when people started Bitcoin and all of that, and it was like, oh, you better get in this. And people are like, what are you talking about? And then it blew up, and people are like, oh my gosh, I should have got in that. Or what if when somebody said Apple was going to go huge, you would have invested in Apple in that moment? Or, when the iPhone or whatever it is, like that is this moment here. THC seltzers are also projected to surpass the craft beer market. There is a huge non-alcoholic thing on the rise with people. People are recognizing what alcohol is doing to their body. Now, I like wine and I like Prosecco, so I'm not judging, but it does something to your body. Right? It doesn't help. You're not functioning at your best. It has a negative effect on your body where THC seltzers do not. And so many places now hold these. So this is something that people want a clean option for. Everything with a spine can benefit. You have a universal market. You'll be part of cleaning up an unregulated industry. We actually sit on the board for clean hemp and setting the standards in the US, which is absolutely huge. And you can work from anywhere and on your time, even when you're 3 minutes out of the shower. Our compensation plan, you guys, is something like I've never seen. Right from the get-go, you make 20% to the dollar from day one on any commissions. That's huge. You're not going to find this many places. We recognize that there's an affiliate world out there and there's a business building world out there. And no matter which direction you go here, you can have great success just by simply sharing your story, sharing what you love, not feeling like it's not something you have to try hard or feel salesy or weird about. It's literally just sharing your story, and people want to know because we're all sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. We're all sick and tired of feeling stressed, and like we get to the end of the day like, this is adulting, huh? Like, you guys couldn't have warned me about this, right? So you can make 20 to 30% personal commissions. You go up to 30% right after your first rank advancement. You get advocate enrollment bonuses when people enroll. It's a residual income on team volume. There is no cap on team volume, which is amazing because in my previous company, the volume you capped at certain ranks. And then if you didn't access those things after so long and you didn't balance your legs correctly, that money would just flush away, literally. And that doesn't happen here. You get paid on all your team volume, 20 to 30% on commissions to the dollar from day one. And you can build your teams on your terms, affiliate or team. I like to say also, our team is a team of multiple six-figure earners from different businesses, successful people from different businesses that have come together with great energy and also great education and how to do this so organically and so authentically that we literally have everything for you, which is huge because a lot of times people enroll to make a side hustle, a side income, because in 2025, if you're not having multiple streams of income, I'm literally not sure how you're surviving. It takes an extra $12,000 this year for the average family to live the same way they did 2 years ago. And that's not going to change. So unless you're planning on getting a raise consistently at your job, multiple streams of income is where it's at. And so with this, I forget where I was going with that. I got distracted, but that's a point that I wanted to make apparently. I just saw my dog. She looks so cute. She's flipped over on my bed. Okay. Matching bonuses on team checks. You get clean start bonuses up to $600 in your first 3 months on personal sales, and you get double rank advancement bonuses up to $6,700 in bonuses in your first 4 months. We also have something called Placement Suite where we can help you build smarter, meaning, let's say Shelby's busting her butt, and for some reason, end of the month comes and she's 400 volumes shy from hitting a major goal where it would rank advance her, get her a higher percentage of team matching. It would get her a $1,000 bonus, and all she needed is 400. And someone in her upline could gift her and move volume over to help boost her and help her rank advance. I've never seen this anywhere else. At my other business, it was like, you're all in it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. People made you feel like what you did was dependent on their success. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of this is, my downline, this is my this, my that. Here, it's like we are all a family. We are all helping each other. We are all gifting people things to help rank advance, trying to figure out how to just get through life in a way that doesn't feel like we're all surviving, because that's not the world that we're trying to create here. It's not a hustle culture here. It's definitely an enhancement culture, is what I would call it. So why now? The demand is absolutely exploding right now. I always say it is the time for holistic health ever since 2020. It is the time for hemp. It is the time for this company right now in its sixth year at that top of the S curve. It is starting to really shift like more than ever and expand. It is the time for this team, and it's just the time in 2025 to be like, why not? Why not make an extra set income so that I am not freaking out at my kids because I'm really stressed about money, but I'm acting like their room being a mess is the problem when it's not. It's that inside I'm busting my butt every day wondering how I'm going to make ends meet when I could just do something else on the side and ease all of that frustration. And that's what this has done for so many. For me, it actually is my full-time income. I do have other multiple streams of income, but this is the bulk of it. And I was able to do that in just a few months because of the demand, and because of obviously me knowing this industry and being in this space for 12 years. But I couldn't do that with a company and a product that wasn't in alignment with the world, right? So access was taken from us years ago. It's back now. Consumers are demanding transparency and quality. They are excited about the things that we're launching, and we're sitting at the table with Congress to shape the future. So it is definitely the time. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us. We do have a little giveaway that we would like to do. I am going to stop the recording. And if you are a guest or if you are an advocate, please let us know in the chat really quick.